Boom shakalaka, what is going on everybody? Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's episode we are going to be talking about CZ calling Putin the most influential person in blockchain. Also, we'll be taking a look at Bitcoin price falling back down after the pump a couple days ago. A couple charts. Is December going to repeat what happened last year according to this fractal? Also, how to trade what's going on with Bitcoin right now. And furthermore, Trump administration actually responsible for popping the Bitcoin bubble in 2017. 300 million new Bitcoin users and 17 trillion reasons why you should own Bitcoin. So if you think that sounds interesting, you should definitely check out this episode. All right, so this article here, Binance CEO CZ called Putin the most influential person on the blockchain in a Russian news article on October 22nd in RBC News. Now, he says this because he believes the bill on regulating digital money may be adopted by the Russian Federation in the foreseeable future. And if that happens, that could be absolutely huge. Now, the bill that he's talking about is this. Russia's central bank is considering launching a digital currency. Well, Russia right now has the 9th largest population in the world. It's the 9th largest country. If they were to adopt cryptocurrencies on the blockchain, that could be absolutely enormous for blockchain. That would be the biggest support of blockchain. That's almost 200 million people using blockchain every day. That's a lot of people. And that's why CZ believes that Putin is the most influential person, which is pretty crazy because if you ask me, a lot of people will be like, well, who's the most influential person? I mean, people would say like Satoshi, McAfee, the Winklevoss twins, but also CZ is up there in terms of like most influential people. His exchange just crossed, I think, $10 million per day, $100 million a day, some ridiculous 10 billion, I don't know, some ridiculous amount of money per day traded on his exchange just happened. And he's got the #1 crypto exchange, but he thinks Vladimir Putin is the most influential person in the blockchain, not just because he rides horses topless. Now, taking a look at Bitcoin, Bitcoin price pumped up to about 83.50 the other day. Now it's back down, bottoming out just below $8,000. Again, we're still in this ascending triangle that we saw from the beginning of February. Still in that ascending triangle, should have a breakout by mid-November. Now we'll kind of have to see what happens with the price there. Taking a look at some price charts, Trading Shot has this chart here using Fibonacci analysis, taking a look at the previous bubble and the most recent bull run that we had. And according to the Fibonacci levels, we have the peak of this bubble occurring by the 0.5 and the 0.618 of the Fibonacci levels on both of these. Also, in the bottom could both happen in December. Trading Shot still believes the bottom is going to happen between the 1,400 and the 1,000-day moving averages, which happen right down there in December, and again could be here right around $6,500. He's shooting for $6,500. Now, what Bitcoin's been doing in the past day, where it's been going between 7,800 and 8,600, is something that Jacob Canfield talked about quite a bit, the rectangle formation for Bitcoin. And you can take a look at it here, how to trade it here. I will post a link to a video where I show you specifically how to trade it, and I'll also put a link to this down in the description if you want to know more about it. But basically, it's just bouncing back and forth in here, so it tells you how to trade it. Now, the Trump administration is responsible for the popping of the 2017 Bitcoin bubble. That's right, those fuckers did it. They did it. Oh well, allegedly. Well, so this guy here, Giancarlo, wherever his name is, Christopher Giancarlo, okay? He left the US CFTC. He said, one of the untold stories of the past few years is the CFTC, the Treasury, the SEC, and the National Economic Council director at the time believed the launch of Bitcoin futures would have an impact of popping the Bitcoin bubble. And it worked. Not only did it worked to the day. If we scroll all the way back, okay, the day that Bitcoin futures were launched, December 15th or 16th, was the all-time high. And then ever since then, the price went down. Now, why did that work? Well, without shorts, a market has no pessimists. If you believe it's a ridiculous price, but you don't own, there's no way to express that view. And therefore, if you have a derivative, then if you do not have a derivative, then all you've got are believers, and it's a believer's market. Now, he goes on further to say that, that brought the price down, because now all of a sudden all these people who didn't believe in Bitcoin could short the price out of it. But then people ask, coming out of the 2008 financial crisis, the legit criticism of regulators was along the lines of, where were they during the expansion of the real estate mortgage bubble, and why didn't they take steps to pop that bubble when they could have? Yeah, definitely, because that was a fucked up bubble, and we still haven't even seen the repercussions of it. 10 years later, no banker's gone to jail, no banker's charging. They've made even more money than ever before, and kind of just kick the can down the road. But Bitcoin will come to save us most likely at the end when there's a bubble. 2020, 21. Going to be crazy. Now, big news, 300 million people now using Bitcoin thanks to the Opera browser. Now, Opera browser adds a Bitcoin payment to Android update. They also have Tron integration, and now their 300 million users can easily send and receive Bitcoin and Tron. So that's huge. Another 300 million people, easy on-ramps and off-ramps to Bitcoin. And lastly, the very good news, because we want to give you good news at the end of this, Cameron Winklevoss tweeted the other day, $17 trillion are currently held in negative interest bonds. Okay, now in case you guys don't know what that means that if you hold a bond, for holding it, you actually owe money on it, which is absolutely bullshit. Why the hell would you hold a bond if you have to pay more just to hold on to the damn thing? Freaking retarded economics. I don't even know how that works. But $17 trillion are currently held in negative interest bonds. That's money that people are holding in a place where they have to pay money, where they're losing money to hold it there. That's worse than having it in a bank account, having it in one of those negative interest rate bonds. Now, negative interest rate bonds are often a precursor to a financial collapse. One thing we could see happening soon. So these $17 trillion are 17 trillion reasons why you should own Bitcoin. Because guess what? When those bonds are up, when people get the money out, you think they're going to be putting it back in a bond? Hell no. They're going to put it in Bitcoin. Because with Bitcoin, you get insane returns, whereas with bonds, you're actually paying. You get nothing. Ridiculous. So that's it for today. Just a short episode for you guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure you check out the Monarch Wallet and also Monarch Pay. And I will catch you guys later. Have a good one. Peace.